Hello everyone, this is Priyasha from CrackZat, and let's get started with direction sense test under 10 minutes. There are few theories which you need to know before you get started with the questions, but trust me, these 3-4 techniques beforehand will help you to get the answers with 100% accuracy, and you will definitely get the questions answer with ease. So let's get started. Here are the 8 directions you see on the front of your screen. Now remember that there is one convention which you people would follow every time you look at the question on your screen or the question paper. That has to be your north. So your screen or your question paper will be assumed to be your north, no matter where you're geographically like north is geographically situated. It does not really matter. Okay, so if this is your north, then the back hand side will be your south, and then your right hand side has to be the east, and the left hand side has to be the west. Okay, keeping this in mind, if you want to remember the positions in a clockwise manner, then you can definitely go for never eat sandwich, and if you love sandwich, then you can replace the never with now. Okay, and remember that this is a clockwise condition. So instead of remembering at news or something, it's better to remember it as never eat or now eat sandwich. Okay. Now remember that there are turns which you take in the question. So this is the major area where most of the people get wrong. What is the turns which I'm talking about over here? In the turn, suppose I say that Priyasha is looking in the north direction and she takes a right turn. So in these type of questions, if the turn is not mentioned with any degree, then we assume it to be a 90-degree turn, and every right turn is assumed to be a clockwise turn, and every left turn is assumed to be an anti-clockwise turn. If you can remember these three things, you actually don't have to remember the entire diagram I'm showing you or the table I'm showing you below. You don't have to mug up that what is the right of north or what is the right of south. Rather, whenever these type of questions come up to you, you are actually supposed to make the diagram and assume that if you are in the south, your left turn will be east and your right turn will be west, like that. Okay, the second concept which you need to pay attention is the shadow based concept. Now again, you don't have to worry about at what angle the shadow will fall or what angle the sun is present. There are only two blank conditions. Number one is when the sun is rising in the east. So the keywords like sunrise or morning will help you to understand that the sun is in the east, so the shadow will fall in the opposite direction, that is west. Okay, and same goes for the case of sunset, or you can also call it evening time, and in all these cases we know that the sun is in the west, so the shadow has to fall in the east. Okay, this is the only concept you need to know for the shadow. Now coming to the angle related tricks. So in the angle related tricks, generally like 80% of the time the examiner gives you angles which can be broken down into 90 and 45 degrees. Okay, so based on that you will be doing your calculation. For example, someone asks you to take a 270-degree turn, so it's technically 90 into 3. That means that person is asking you to take 90-degree turns 3 times, but there is a catch. Okay, let's say that 270-degree clockwise turn is actually equals to 360 minus 270, that is 90 degree of anti-clockwise turn. How? For example, you are watching or you are facing the north direction and you are taking 270-degree clockwise turn. So 190-degree brings you to east, another 90-degree brings you to south, and another 90-degree brings you to the west. But the same west can be actually got out by going 90 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction, that is directly reaching out here. So this is one small check which can help you to get the answers faster. And if it is given as 135-degree, then you understand that it is broken down into two parts, 90-degree and 45-degree. Try to do your questions like this, your answer will be really faster. Also, one additional technique to be remembered, that is 180-degree turn. Now 180-degree turn is actually flipping over. So if you are in the west, you directly flip over and come to east, no matter you travel clockwise or you travel anti-clockwise. So 180-degree means flipping, remember that. Now comes my favorite question, with the help of which I will explain you the concept of direction sense test from the foundation. Read the question carefully. In the given figure, find the direction of P with respect to M. That means you have to give all the respect in this universe to the word M. That is your reference point. Reference point means assume you are standing at M and you wish to go down to P. Then if you make a map exactly at the point M, then you will realize that this point is actually between east and south. So the point P has to be the southeast. Okay, it has to be the southeast. You have to travel down in the direction of southeast to reach the point P. If the same question had been opposite, like what is the direction of M with respect to P, then you would have been standing at P and you would have traveled up which would have taken you to the answer of northwest. Okay, so be very careful about these things. This will change your answers drastically. The second question on your screen, I assume all of you are pausing, trying it on your own and commenting below the answers, and then resuming and watching the approach. So here this is an angle related question where I have to first take a 135-degree turn. So I will draw the question instantly and make the man in the south, and I'm taking a 135-degree turn in the anti-clockwise direction. So that is equals to 90 degree plus 45 degree. So 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction brings me in the east, and 45 degree more brings me in the northeast. And once I am done over here, what I will be doing, I know that I'm currently in the northeast. Now, the last part of the question asks me to take a 180-degree turn. Now, I just told you a few minutes back that 180-degree turn is actually equals to the opposite. So, the opposite of northeast will be none other than southwest. Okay. So, the answer of the question is southwest. Similarly, for the third question, this is the with respect to question, everyone. So, please try it out. First, find out what is your point of reference. Your point of reference is village P. So first start with village P, make village Q at the top of it because it's the north, village R is on the right hand side because it is in the east, and village S is on the left hand side, so it is in the west. Now with respect to this diagram, if you take this as the center, then observe carefully what is the with respect to. With respect to is in the R. So you assume that you are standing at R and you want to go down in this direction. So in this direction, what will be the cardinals say? This is west and this is south. So the answer is southwest. Okay, as simple as that. And the last question, which I hope you all have done, in this question you have to be a little aware of the diagrams. You don't have to take a scale and draw it by any chance, but then definitely keep a note that your length for 25-meter would be longer than 20-meter. So if Rohit is walking 25 meters to the south, I will try to make it in this way and bring it down like this. So this is my 25 and I am in the south. Now from the south, if I am taking a left turn, I am technically going in the anti-clockwise direction, which takes me to the east. And there in the east, I am walking for 20 meters. So this is my 20 meters, let's say. Now currently I am in the east and the question is asking me to take another left turn and walk for 25 meters. Left turn from east will bring me back to the north, and since the length is the same as the previous length, so this also becomes 25. Now currently I am in the north. Now from here they are asking me to take a right turn. Right turn from north takes me in the east and the direction distance is 15 meters. So this is 15 meters. All right. Now this is my end point and this is my starting point. Now the question is, at what distance is he from the starting point? The word from the starting point helps me to understand my point of reference. So I am currently at the starting point and I want to find out the distance as well as the direction in which I have to move in the move towards the end point. So therefore the distance is clear. This part will be 20 because it's making a rectangle. So this is 25 25, so this has to be 20 20, opposite sides same, and this is 15. So the answer would be 20 plus 15, that is 35. Well, three of the options have 35. Now the direction will make the difference. So if my point of reference is over here and I am standing at the starting point, then I have to move in the east direction to get to the end point, and therefore the answer to this question will be 35 meters in the east. That is option A. So with this we covered the concept of direction sense test in a matter of 10 minutes, and if you have seen this video, then you have understood the concept, and now you can jump on practicing some questions from the resources I have shared in the Telegram group. If you haven't checked that yet, please do join it and check it, and please comment below and let me know how you like the video, and please like the video for sure. Share it with more and more people, and if you are new to the channel, then subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you can get notified of all the new videos dropping in. Thank you so much. Take care and study hard.